Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body just won't let you rest? If you've been struggling with those frustrating middle-of-the-night wake-ups, you're not alone. Many older adults experience this exact issue, but what if I told you there's a deeper reason behind it? And more importantly, what if you could fix it? In this video, we're going to uncover the science behind why you wake up at 3 a.m., what your body is trying to tell you, and how simple changes can finally give you the restful sleep you deserve. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, with energy to take on your day instead of dragging yourself through it. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why this is happening, but you'll also learn practical, actionable steps to make it stop. You'll discover how your body's natural clock, changes in sleep cycles, and even your diet and stress levels could be the culprits behind those late-night wake-ups. Plus, I'll share simple, science-backed techniques, like deep breathing exercises, adjusting your sleep environment, and morning habits that can help you stay asleep longer and wake up feeling rejuvenated. So, stick around until the end, because the solutions I'm sharing today could change the way you experience sleep, improving your overall health and well-being. This is a chance to take control of your sleep, boost your energy, and start waking up feeling truly rested. Let's dive in. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Why 3 a.m.? Why not 2 a.m. or 4 a.m.? It's a question that many of us have asked ourselves, especially when we wake up in the middle of the night, staring at the clock, wondering why our body has chosen this precise hour to be wide awake. Well, here's the thing. Our bodies have an internal system, a built-in rhythm called the circadian rhythm. It's like our personal clock, ticking away inside us, telling us when to wake up, when to feel sleepy, and even when to release key hormones that control everything from energy levels to digestion and our very mood. It's an incredible system, a reminder that we are truly intricate beings, designed with so much more than meets the eye. But here's the catch. As we grow older, that perfectly synchronized rhythm starts to change. Much like our eyesight deteriorates or our joints become stiffer, our sleep cycle undergoes its quiet shifts. These changes can be subtle at first, almost like a whisper, but they can have a major impact on how we feel throughout the day. And the most interesting, and perhaps frustrating part of this process? It's the time you wake up in the middle of the night. For so many of us, 3 a.m. becomes the hour when we're jolted awake, caught between sleep and alertness, feeling unsettled and unsure about what's happening to our bodies. Now, here's where it gets a little deeper. At around 3 a.m., your body is naturally going through a shift. Temperature fluctuations, hormone production, and even changes in blood sugar levels all happen around this time. It's completely natural. Yet, for older adults, these shifts can become more noticeable and impactful. Your body may not regulate its temperature as well as it once did, so you wake up drenched in sweat or shivering under the covers. Or maybe it's your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, that's off, creating a sense of restlessness instead of a peaceful night's rest. These are all signals, little signs that your body is asking for a bit more understanding and support. But what many people don't realize is that waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just some random occurrence. It's a message from your body. It's your body's way of saying, hey, something's not quite right. And there are so many layers to why this is happening. Stress, poor diet, even a lack of hydration, all of these things can make it harder to stay asleep as you age. Have you ever noticed that what you eat directly impacts how well you sleep? It's such a big deal. As we get older, our metabolism slows down, and our bodies just don't process food the way they used to. Eating too much too late in the day, or consuming foods high in sugar or caffeine, can send your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster ride, which is likely to leave you wide awake at 3 a.m., wondering what happened. And let's not overlook something as simple, yet essential, as hydration. If you're not drinking enough water during the day, your body might wake you up because it's desperately thirsty, needing a little TLC. But, of course, too much liquid before bed comes with its own set of challenges. Those late-night bathroom trips can disrupt your sleep, leaving you feeling frustrated and groggy when you finally manage to get back to bed. It's all about finding balance. Your body craves the right nutrients, the right hydration, and the right timing to support a peaceful night's rest. The good news? Small changes, things you can control, can make a world of difference. Adjusting your diet, finding ways to manage stress, and improving your hydration habits might be the simple solutions that bring you the sleep you've been yearning for. We've only just begun to explore the reasons behind those 3 a.m. wake-ups, and trust me, there's so much more to uncover. The role of stress, how your breathing affects your sleep, and some easy-to-implement techniques to help you stay asleep longer. These are all essential pieces of the puzzle. So stay with me, because this is just the beginning, and I promise we're going to explore all the ways to help you feel better, sleep more soundly, and wake up ready to face the day with energy and peace of mind. Now that we've explored some of the key reasons behind why you keep waking up at 3 a.m., from fluctuations in your sleep cycles, your body temperature, and even your diet, it's time to take a deeper dive. The truth is, this isn't just about sleep. It's about understanding how your body responds to stress, the patterns of your breathing, and what's truly happening in your mind while you sleep. Let's take a moment to talk about stress. You might not consider yourself someone who's overly stressed, but the truth is, stress isn't always loud or obvious. It doesn't always show up as a racing mind or a deep sense of worry during the day. Sometimes, it's subtle. It lurks quietly in the background, building up in small ways, and before you know it, you're finding yourself wide awake in the middle of the night, wondering why you're unable to sleep. And here's the kicker. Stress tends to show up when you least expect it, usually at the most inconvenient hour. Yep, you guessed it, 3 a.m. Now, here's why that's happening. When you're under stress, even stress that you don't fully recognize or acknowledge, your body produces cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that's helpful when it comes to waking you up in the morning and keeping you alert throughout the day. But when your cortisol levels get out of balance, it wreaks havoc on your sleep. You'll find yourself waking up at odd hours, feeling jittery, and unable to settle back down. And even though you might not feel outwardly anxious or worried, your body is still on high alert, as if it's bracing for something. And let's face it, as we get older, there's a whole new layer of things to think about. Health concerns, worries about your loved ones, the many changes that come with aging. It can feel overwhelming, even when you're not consciously stressing about it. Your brain doesn't just turn off at night, and your body feels that. It doesn't get the memo that it's supposed to be resting. So, what can you do to calm this cycle and finally get a peaceful night's rest? One of the most simple, yet profoundly effective tools you can use to calm your nervous system before bed is deep breathing. Have you ever noticed how babies naturally breathe deeply and slowly when they sleep? It's because their little bodies are completely relaxed. But as we grow older, we tend to breathe more shallowly, and we often don't even realize it. This shallow breathing keeps our nervous system activated, even when we don't want it to be. And it's why so many of us wake up in the middle of the night, because we never fully let go of that tension. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But here's a simple fix that works wonders. Next time you find yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, try this. Slowly breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it for 4 seconds. Then slowly breathe out for another count of 4. Do this a few times, and you'll begin to send signals to your body that it's okay to relax. It's a message to your nervous system saying, "Hey, we're safe. There's no danger. You can go back to sleep now." Now, there's one more important factor we haven't touched on yet: your environment. It's so easy to think that simply lying in bed is enough to sleep, But sometimes the smallest things in your surroundings can silently sabotage your ability to sleep soundly. For instance, have you ever woken up in the middle of the night only to realize your room feels a little too warm? As we get older, our bodies lose some of their ability to regulate temperature, and this can lead to discomfort. A room that's too hot can make you toss and turn all night. The optimal sleeping temperature is around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius, cooler than you might think. A cool room helps your body sink into deep, restorative sleep. And let's talk about light. We often don't realize how much light, whether it's from a tiny phone screen, a nightlight, or even the faint glow from a clock, can affect our sleep. It can trick your brain into thinking it's time to wake up. So, if you're waking up at the same time every night, consider making your room as dark as possible. Use blackout curtains, cover up small light sources, and try wearing a sleep mask. These little changes can make all the difference and help you reclaim those peaceful hours of rest. I truly believe that by making these simple adjustments, you'll find that sleep becomes more restorative, and you'll wake up feeling rejuvenated, rather than frustrated by another restless night. The truth is, your body wants to it just needs a little help to get back into a rhythm. It's all about listening to it, understanding what it needs, and creating an environment that supports your natural ability to rest. Sleep is not just a luxury. It's a vital part of maintaining your overall health and well-being, especially as you age. It's time to prioritize it, and trust me, your body will thank you. There's a fascinating and often overlooked piece of the puzzle when it comes to our sleep, and it's deeply connected to something you might not think of at first: your liver. Yes, your liver, that hard-working organ, plays an incredibly important role in how your body functions while you're asleep. Between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., your liver is putting in its hardest work, detoxifying your body and doing its best to process everything you've put into it during the day. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m., it might not just be your mind racing. Your liver might be asking for some extra attention, too. Have you ever stopped to think about what you're eating or drinking before bed? Our late-night habits can make all the difference when it comes to sleep quality. Heavy meals, alcohol, and those processed, junky foods we sometimes indulge in can be a huge strain on our liver, forcing it to work overtime when it should be resting, too. It's heartbreaking to think that something as simple as a late-night snack or a few too many drinks could disrupt not only our liver function but also our much-needed sleep. If you found yourself waking up around 3 a.m. regularly, it's worth reflecting on how your evening routine might be contributing to this. Could it be that your liver is overwhelmed and that's why you're waking up at that inconvenient hour? I know how frustrating it can be to feel that sudden jolt of awakening in the middle of the night, only to lie there wide awake for what feels like hours. But you have the power to make small changes that can ease this. The solution might be simpler than you think. Try eating your last meal earlier in the evening. This can give your liver the break it desperately needs and may even help you sleep better. Hydration is just as important. Ensure you're drinking enough water throughout the day to support your body's detox processes, including that nighttime liver work. Consider adding foods that nourish your liver. Leafy greens, beets, and lemon water are great choices. These small, thoughtful changes can support your body in ways that ripple throughout your entire well-being, leaving you feeling more balanced, rested, and ready to take on the next day. Now, let's talk about what happens when you wake up in the middle of the night, something we all experience from time to time. I can't be the only one who's found themselves reaching for their phone the moment they open their eyes. You know, to check the time and inevitably begin calculating how much sleep I have left, only to spiral into frustration. But here's the thing, if this is a habit of yours, you might be unknowingly making it harder for yourself to get back to sleep. The moment you glance at the clock, your brain kicks into overdrive, thinking, "Oh no, it's only 3 a.m. I still have hours before I can sleep again." And just like that, your mind is wide awake. I've done it countless times myself, and I know it only worsens the situation. Instead of stressing, try something different. In those moments when you wake up and feel that frustration building, focus on staying relaxed. Don't let the anxiety take over. Remind yourself that waking up in the middle of the night is very natural, and it's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's just your body's way of doing what it needs to do. Accept it. Take deep breaths, allow your body to reset, and try to let go of the tension that comes with being awake at odd hours. Trust me, the more you can accept it and stay calm, the more likely you are to drift back into a peaceful slumber. We've already touched on a few reasons you might be waking up at 3 a.m., but there's something else you may not have considered: the way you start your morning. I know it might sound strange, but how you begin your day can have a profound effect on how well you sleep at night. Sleep is not just a nighttime event, it's a 24-hour cycle. The things you do in the morning, the way you spend your afternoons, and even your evening rituals are all interconnected, influencing how your body prepares for rest. Think about the last time you stood outside in the morning light. I mean, let the sunlight hit your skin, filling you with that beautiful, energizing warmth. When was that? Many of us forget how incredibly powerful that simple act can be. But here's the truth. Getting sunlight in the morning, even for just a few minutes, helps reset your internal clock. It sends a clear signal to your brain, saying, "Hey, it's daytime now. Time to wake up and get moving." This simple act of basking in the natural light can regulate melatonin, the hormone responsible for making you feel sleepy at night. If you're not getting enough sunlight during the day, your body can get confused, throwing off your entire sleep-wake cycle. I want to challenge you. Tomorrow morning, as soon as you wake up, go outside, even if it's cloudy or even if it's cold. Just let your body soak in that natural light for 5 to 10 minutes. It may seem like a small thing, but it can have a huge impact. The power of sunlight on your sleep-wake cycle is extraordinary, and it's something I'm learning to embrace more each day. This small habit can help reset your body's natural rhythms, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep through the night. It's one simple step that, when woven into your morning routine, can help bring you one step closer to the restful sleep you deserve. Let's dive into a topic that is close to all of our hearts: movement. Have you ever truly paid attention to how your body feels on days when you move more? It's incredible how much of a difference even a little physical activity can make. On days when you're more physically active, there's a noticeable improvement in the quality of your sleep. You know, it's not just a coincidence. The truth is, movement, especially in the early hours, has the power to shape your energy for the day while gently preparing your body for deeper rest when night falls. It's one of those simple truths that we often overlook, but it's so powerful. Movement doesn't need to be intense. You don't have to push yourself to the limit, running a marathon or lifting heavy weights to experience its benefits. A simple walk through the neighborhood, a few minutes of gentle stretching, or even something as calming as Tai Chi can work wonders for both body and mind. And trust me, the goal isn't about perfection. It's about finding what feels good to you, something that aligns with your body's needs. When we move in a way that feels natural, it not only boosts circulation and keeps our joints moving smoothly, but it also releases tension, the kind that can often keep us awake at night. It's like a gentle promise that your stress levels will dip, and in turn, your ability to drift peacefully into slumber improves dramatically. Now, let's touch on something that might surprise you: your caffeine intake. I know that a hot cup of coffee or tea can feel like an essential morning ritual, and that's okay. I get it, it's comforting, and it feels almost necessary. But here's the thing. Caffeine has a sneaky way of lingering in your system long after you've had your last cup. Even if you finish that cup of coffee in the early afternoon, it's still running its course through your bloodstream when the evening rolls around. That's a major culprit for those restless nights when your body just won't relax, no matter how tired you are. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you're finding yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling and desperately trying to fall back asleep, I want to encourage you to consider reducing your caffeine after midday. Instead, embrace herbal teas, refreshing water, or even a soothing glass of warm lemon water in the afternoon. It may take a little time for your body to adjust to this new routine, but once you do, your sleep will thank you. You'll finally be able to sleep through the night without those inconvenient wake-ups. Now, let's talk about something equally as important: your evening habits. The last few hours before bed can have an enormous impact on the quality of your sleep. I know, it's easy to fall into the habit of watching TV or scrolling endlessly on our phones, maybe catching up on the day's news or just mindlessly surfing social media. But here's the truth we all need to face. This screen time is messing with your ability to sleep. The blue light from devices tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, and as a result, your melatonin levels, your body's natural sleep signal, are suppressed. This makes it so much harder to fall into that deep, restorative sleep that we all crave. So, what can you do instead? It's simple, yet profound. Choose more calming activities in the evening. Try reading a book, listening to soothing music, or even doing a quick breathing exercise. These things help to gently tell your brain, it's time to wind down. It's time to rest. And if you really can't give up your screen, consider using blue light blocking glasses or setting your devices to a warmer light filter. Your sleep will improve, I promise. But there's one more habit that I believe is critical: consistency in your bedtime. I cannot emphasize this enough. Your body thrives on routine. It craves stability. When you go to bed at the same time each night, even on weekends, you're helping your internal clock to stay in rhythm. Without this, your body starts to feel confused about when it's time to sleep. This disruption can lead to those frustrating middle-of-the-night wake-ups that leave you tossing and turning, unable to get back to sleep. So, here's the takeaway. If you're waking up at 3 a.m., your body is trying to send you a message. It could be stress, maybe it's diet, or even a sign that you need more movement in your life, or some changes in your sleep habits. But here's the beautiful part. Small, thoughtful adjustments can make all the difference. Start with your environment. Keep your room cool, dark, and free of distractions. Pay attention to your daily habits. Soak in some sunlight in the morning, get your body moving, and try cutting back on caffeine. Above all, permit yourself to relax. You deserve it. You deserve to rest well, and you have the power to create a sleep routine that nurtures your body and mind. With these changes, the nights will no longer feel like a battle. They'll be a peaceful reward for the effort you've made. And there you have it, a few simple but powerful changes you can make to improve your sleep, reduce stress, and feel more energized every day. So, what have you learned today? What one change are you going to try first? I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and share with us one thing you've learned and how you plan to bring it into your routine. Let's start a conversation. And if you liked this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more great content to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.